July 14, 1988, in the small town of Belleville, Texas. Some of my earliest memories are my father leaving and being raised by my mother and my grandparents. I struggled in school due to being hyperactive. Some of my fondest memory are growing up on our family farm. I would, from an early age as well, I would be out there with a machete, chopping trees down. We would go on trail rides. It's kind of the first time I got introduced to alcohol. That's what kind of laid the foundation for my future addictions. My high school days were somewhat limited, being that my hyperactivity, the hanging out with wrong people. I would make terribly bad decisions, trying to get people's attention to see me. This was a huge character defect that I now realize that I had as a child. Over time, I missed a lot of school. It just came to be the better decision for me to drop out and maybe pursue my GED. When I was 24 years old, I started drinking more and dabbling in a little bit harder drugs that eventually landed to my felony and landed to my first incarceration. I went in lacking a lot of sense, and I came out pretty much the same exact way. I was back incarcerated about 8 months after my release. I went back in so fast that I was like, okay, I had a little significant change that, okay, I need to change my life. So while I was in prison, I ended up getting a PEP postcard. While at PEP, they planted one heck of a seed in me. I felt different, I walked different, everything about me was different. Once released from PEP, I was out for about 3 years, where a lot of wonderful things happened. I put my business into fruition. I met my wonderful wife that I've now been married to for 5 years. However, my drinking was continued. I continued to drink, and it led to problems in my business and all my personal relationships. I ended up getting in trouble again, going back to prison, this time with no PEP help, but I did have one thing, that seed that they planted the last time I was in prison. I knew going to prison this third time, this was gonna be my last time. I was gonna be done with alcohol, cigarettes, all the fighting with my wife, everything. I wake up and I'm ready to go and tackle life every day. But people ask me all the time, where's your motivation come from? Well, I was tired of being a loser, tired of going to prison, I was tired of letting my family down.